Hi future officers, welcome to EduTap and welcome to another important CT 360 series session in which we cover the most important G and ESI current affairs from the exam point of view. So today my dear friends, we will be covering the most important news articles from 13th to 14th of February 2025. आई रियली बिलीव कि आपने हमारे पुराने सेशंस को अच्छे से कवर किया है और उनकी रिवीजन भी अच्छे से की है बिकॉज वी हैव ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड टेकिंग योर रिवीजन सेशंस ऑल्सो. तो स्कीम का सेशन आपको हो चुका है, बाकी सेशंस भी अपकमिंग टाइम में होंगे. तो उससे पहले यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि आप अपने पुराने सेशंस को अच्छे से रिवाइज कर लें. ठीक है. सो गाइज, नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द टुडेज सेशन, दिस सेशन इज अगेन गोइंग टू बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर ऑल द एस्पिरेंट्स हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर आरबीआई, सेबी, नाबार्ड और अदर बैंकिंग एग्जामिनेशंस. ठीक है. तो इन किसी भी एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं तो करंट अफेयर से काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है और उसके लिए आपको ये सेशन काफी ज्यादा फ्रूटफुल रहेगा. Now coming back to this session, what are the different articles we are going to discuss in the today's session? So I'm having the complete list of all the important topics that we will be covering in the today's session that we have seen in the previous 2 days, right? और कुछ एक दो न्यूज आर्टिकल पुराने भी हैं so that कि हमें इंश्योर करना होगा कि कोई भी बैकलॉग ना रहे. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर टोटल 11 आर्टिकल्स हैं but I am having total 13 articles for all of you. So now we will be discussing them one by one इन अ डिटेल मैनर. ठीक है. तो आई होप कि सभी स्टूडेंट्स ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं हमारे सेशन को. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का सेशन विद द वेरी फर्स्ट न्यूज आर्टिकल ऑन द सृजनम. सो गाइस, इंडियाज फर्स्ट इंडिजिनस ऑटोमेटेड बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट जिसका नाम सृजनम रखा गया है, इट हैज बीन रिसेंटली इनॉग्रेटेड. नाउ गाइस, वी ऑल नो दैट ड्यूरिंग द कोविड-19 pandemic we have seen a lot of biomedical waste which got generated, but it is very important for us to dispose that particular waste in a sustainable manner so that it is not going to harm the human beings, right, and the environment as well. So but my dear friends, let me tell you that right now the methods that we are using traditionally for the disposal of these biomedical waste, they basically lead to the release of harmful carcinogens and particulate matter into the atmosphere which is not good for our health. So in order to resolve this particular issue, now India's first indigenous automated biomedical waste treatment plant has been launched at AIIMS New Delhi. ठीक है. तो आप देख सकते हैं स्क्रीन पर, तो इसको यहां पर लॉन्च किया गया है. अगर हम बात करें इसको डेवलप किसने किया है, so this treatment plant has been developed by the CSIR NIIST, that is National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology of Thiruvananthapuram. ठीक है. So I hope this is clear. So whenever such kind of first thing is there in the news article, we have to remember that इसके पीछे डेवलपमेंट एजेंसी कौन सी है, किसने इसे डेवलप किया है, एंड द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज व्हाट इज इट्स नेम. द automated biomedical waste treatment rig has been named as Srijanam, which is marking a major step forward in sustainable healthcare waste disposal, guys. So basically now we will be able to dispose this biomedical waste sustainably, right? So now guys, what exactly are the other important details we should cover from here? So basically it is going to address the challenges that we were facing in the disposing of this biomedical waste. You can see here that on the daily basis 743 tons of biomedical waste has been generated in our country, right? And we are not having such kind of proper disposing techniques. So in this scenario, this treatment plant is really going to be a boon for the India, because this is going to provide a sustainable, scalable and cost effective alternative for hospitals and healthcare facilities. ठीक है. तो initially it is having the capacity of handling 10 kg of degradable medical waste, but when it will be implemented fully, then it will be able to process 400 kg of biomedical waste on a daily basis. So guys, that's how it is really going to be a very good initiative which is going to make take India more sustainable manner, right? Because we all know that we are having sustainable targets as well, sustainable development goal target that we want to achieve by 2030. ठीक है. तो इसके लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है कुछ ऐसे ही नए इनोवेशंस लेकर आने का, एंड ऑल्सो टू इंप्लीमेंट सच काइंड ऑफ इनोवेशंस. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर. प्लीज रिमेंबर द नेम Srijanam, and which organization has developed this part, that is CSIR NIIST, and where it has been inaugurated, it has been deployed in AIIMS New Delhi. That is what we need to remember here. Okay. Now let's move on to the next news article, that is a nationwide special campaign for registration on National Fisheries Digital Platform. So guys, basically under one of the scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Sahay Yojana, under this scheme we see the National Fisheries Digital Platform. Now, what exactly this campaign is and why exactly we have launched this, we will be discussing that in a detailed manner. So you can see here that एक nationwide campaign launch किया है, which will be taking place from 14th to 22nd February 2025, right? And this will be promoting the registrations on the NFDP platform. ठीक है? And this particular campaign has been organized by the Department of Fisheries under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Apart from that, the other collaborators will include state and union territory fisheries departments, National Fisheries Development Board and Common Service Centers. So collectively, they will be promoting the registrations on the NFDP platform. But before moving on to the NFDP platform, it is very important for us to understand the background of this platform, right? So guys, let us first discuss about प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य किसान समृद्धि सहाय योजना. तो ये एक आपकी सेंट्रल सेक्टर स्कीम है अंडर द प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना. तो प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना की सब स्कीम है प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य किसान समृद्धि सहाय योजना, right? And this scheme basically formalizes the fisheries sector, enhance access to institutional finance. तो जो हमारे फिशर्स हैं, fish farmers हैं, it basically allows these community people, that is the fisheries community, fish farmers community, so that they can access the formal finance, right? And that is why this particular platform has also been launched. You can see here what are the different things which are there. That is institutional finance, promote aquaculture insurance, वैल्यू चेन एफिशिएंसीज को इंप्रूव करता है, strengthening the fish safety and quality assurance system. So across all these parts, this scheme is basically working, right? And it was launched with an outlay of 6,000 crore and is implemented from 23-24. Now, my dear friends, in order to provide all these objectives to these fishers, fish farmers, vendors, processors, the NFDP platform has been established under this scheme. ठीक है? तो ये जो प्रधानमंत्री किसान समृद्धि सहाय योजना है, इसके अंडर ये सारी सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करने के लिए एक नेशनल फिशरीज डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म नाम का प्लेटफॉर्म लॉन्च किया गया, जिसके ऊपर फिशर्स, फिश फार्मर्स खुद को रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. एंड दैट्स हाउ दिस प्लेटफॉर्म इज इंटीग्रेटिंग ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स इनटू अ फॉर्मल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम. तो जितने भी सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं उनको हम एक फॉर्मल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम में लाने के लिए इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, सो दैट कि हम प्रॉपर्ली सर्विसेज इनको प्रोवाइड कर सके. नाउ आई होप दैट इट इज वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू दैट हाउ वी आर बेसिकली going to promote the registration of the fishers, fish farmers onto the NFDP platform. I hope this part is still now clear to you, right? Now let's move on to the NFDP platform. So what exactly are the objective of this campaign? So what we will be doing, we will be expediting the registration process. तो ये जो fishers, fish farmers खुद को रजिस्टर कराते हैं NFDP प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर, तो उस रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस को यहाँ पर बढ़ाया जाएगा, उसे और फास्ट किया जाएगा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जो अप्रूवल रेट्स हैं, दैट इज द अप्रूवल व्हिच इज बीन गिवन टू दिस रजिस्ट्रेशंस, इट विल आल्सो बी इंक्रीज. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर here focusing on enhanced approval rates on the NFDP platform. Okay, then we will be encouraging eligible stakeholders so that they can apply for benefits under this particular scheme. It will be providing access to the credit facilitation, aquaculture insurance, performance grants under this particular scheme, right? So ये सभी चीजें इनको provide की जाएंगी. Now the question arises that who is eligible to take the benefit under this particular platform. तो कौन कौन खुद को रजिस्टर करा सकता है, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. So it includes fish farmers, fishers, vendors, processors, micro enterprises. So all of these stakeholders can register themselves on the NFDP platform. That's how we will be able to integrate all these stakeholders under the formal financial system, so that we can provide them these particular services, right? तो इसलिए इन सभी stakeholders का इस platform पर होना काफी जरूरी है. Now the next important point that we have already discussed, it is mentioned here that NFDP की features की बात करते हैं तो there will be registration module for the fishers, fish farmers, processors. Then credit facilitation will be taken place under the NFDP platform. Fisheries cooperative strengthening will take place. We will be strengthening the fisheries cooperatives. Then aquaculture insurance will be provided, which is going to provide risk coverage for aquaculture activities. Then performance grants, traceability module, training and capacity building will also be taking place as a part of the National Fisheries Digital Platform, right? So that we can enhance the registration process of these particular stakeholders on the NFDP platform, this nationwide special campaign has been launched, right? So you have seen in the past as well, so many times Government of India comes up with so many campaigns which basically works towards the expedition of the process of people taking the benefit of that particular scheme. तो इसके लिए काफी बार कैंपेन्स, अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स भी होते हैं और ऐसे कैंपेन्स भी होते हैं जहां पर हम इस प्रोसेस को ही फास्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, ठीक है। तो आई होप कि ये आर्टिकल आपको एकदम क्लियर है गाइस, राइट। बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले न्यूज आर्टिकल की तरफ, दैट इज फर्स्ट एवर regional dialogue on the global coalition for social justice. Now again, we are working on the similar lines in this article as well. So basically you can see the global coalition for social justice. So you all know that there are so many stakeholders in our society which are working for advancing the social justice. That is, we are basically working for providing people social justice against the challenges which are existing in our society. Now as a part of this social justice coalition, what we are doing, we are integrating all the stakeholders who are working towards this common purpose, and then we will expediting the advancement of the social justice to the people. So now you can see here, ये ऐसा पहला regional dialogue on global coalition for social justice has been hosted in New Delhi. तो न्यू दिल्ली के अंदर इसको होस्ट किया है, किसने ऑर्गेनाइज किया था? मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट in collaboration with the Confederation of Indian Industry and Employers Federation of India. तो EFI, CII और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इन तीनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने मिलकर इस पर्टिकुलर रीजनल डायलॉग को यहां होस्ट किया है। कहां होस्ट किया? न्यू दिल्ली के अंदर होस्ट किया। नाउ देयर वाज अ थीम दैट इज रिस्पांसिबल बिजनेसेस फॉर इंक्लूसिव एंड सस्टेनेबल सोसाइटीज। एज दिस इज फर्स्ट एवर रीजनल डायलॉग गाइस, सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस to remember the theme of this particular dialogue as well, that is responsible businesses for inclusive and sustainable societies, ठीक है। तो क्योंकि हम सोसाइटी को यहाँ पर सोसाइटी के अंदर जो भी हम सोशल जस्टिस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं लोगों को, तो उसके लिए हमें डेफिनेटली काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसीलिए हम इसको सस्टेनेबल और इंक्लूसिव सोसाइटी बनाना चाहते हैं। How we will be making it more inclusive? By providing social justice to the people. Then guys, ये एक significant milestone है in advancing the social justice, क्योंकि इससे जो social justice provide करने का काम है वो expedite होगा, वो और तेज होगा। Now, which are the participating ministries? So there are some ministries which are participating in this particular dialogue, which includes Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Corporate Affairs, External Affairs, and the Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So these four ministries are participating in the first ever regional dialogue on global coalition for social justice. Now it's a good time for us to understand about the global coalition of social justice, right? So it was launched by International Labour Organization in 2023. Can anybody tell me where is the headquarters of ILO? It is in Geneva, right? And who is the Director General? Who is the head of the International Labour Organization? Anybody in the chat box who can tell me this? That is Gilbert Fongbo, right? So whenever you are covering any important international organization, make sure that you are covering these details as well, right? And do let me know in the comment section that when was ILO established? ये कब एस्टैब्लिश हुआ था, ये मुझे आप बताएंगे कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर, राइट। नाउ मूविंग अहेड, सो कॉलिशन, जो ये ग्लोबल कॉलिशन फॉर सोशल जस्टिस है, ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पर अलग अलग स्टेक होल्डर्स एक साथ मिलकर काम करते हैं ऑन एडवांसिंग सोशल जस्टिस। सोशल जस्टिस को देने के लिए, प्रोवाइड करने के लिए लोगों को ये स्टेक होल्डर्स एक साथ काम करते हैं, विच इंक्लूड्स governments, employers, workers, organizations, international organizations, enterprises, NGOs, banks, academia. So all of them are basically working together under the global coalition for social justice, right? So this is all we need to cover from this news article. Now let's move on to the next news article. That is on the LAM Research, which has announced rupees 10,000 crore investment in India. So LAM Research की बात करें, एक US based organization है. It has announced that it will be investing 10,000 crore rupees in India. And guys, you can see here that it is basically a global supplier of wafer fabrication equipment, right? So this step is going to be a really significant one in India's efforts to establish itself as a global hub for semiconductor manufacturing. और एक कौन से मिशन के अंदर इंडिया का ये टारगेट है to become global hub for semiconductor manufacturing? It is under the India Semiconductor Mission, right? So now ये जो investment, it will be used for setting up a semiconductor unit नियर बेंगलुरु। तो बेंगलुरु के अंदर इसको सेटअप किया जाएगा। अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन की, तो इट एम्स टू एस्टैब्लिश इंडिया एज अ ग्लोबल हब फॉर सेमीकंडक्टर डिजाइन, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट। तो चाहे डिजाइन की बात है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की है या टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट की बात है, इन तीनों एरियाज में इंडिया को हम यहां पर टॉप पर आना चाहते हैं। एंड वी वांट टू क्रिएट इंडिया एज अ हब फॉर दीज पर्टिकुलर पिलर्स ऑफ द सेमीकंडक्टर्स, राइट? सो how this will be done? This will be done by attracting global investments and promoting the development of robust semiconductor मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इकोसिस्टम इन इंडिया. सो गाइस, अगर इंडिया को हमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब बनाना है तो इंडिया के अंदर वो प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लेकर आना होगा. साथ ही साथ वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट देयर इज प्रॉपर स्किल सेट पीपल इज हैविंग टू मेक इंडिया ग्लोबल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब, राइट. और इसके लिए काफी ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट की भी रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगी. तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल बी डन अंडर द इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन. और अभी आईएसएम के अंडर टोटल 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स को अप्रूव किया गया है, जिसके लिए टोटल amount है ₹76,000 crore, right? So with this we have done with this particular news article in quite a detailed manner. I hope that there are no doubts in the people's mind about this article. Let's move on to the next news article, that is 12th All India Pension Adalat. ठीक है. So guys, we have seen a lot many times that there are people who are pensioners and they are having grievances which remain unresolved. To resolve such kind of grievances which are pending for more than 120 days, so basically the government comes up with the All India Pension Adalat, and this time the Department of Pension Pensioners Welfare will be conducting the 12th edition of the nationwide pension Adalat, where it will be taking place in the New Delhi, right? And who will be chairing this particular Adalat? That is Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Minister of State for Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions, right? सो यहाँ पर 13 फरवरी 2025 को ये ऑल इंडिया पेंशन अदालत को ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया. नाउ व्हाट इज द फोकस? द फोकस इज बेसिकली द रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग पेंशन ग्रीवेंसेस, राइट, व्हिच आर बेसिकली पेंडिंग फॉर मोर देन 120 days in 16 departments or ministries in our country, and this बेसिकली सीक्स टू एक्सपेडाइट पेंशन रिड्रेसल. तो जो भी हमारे पेंशनर्स हैं उनकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, मान लीजिए कि किसी की पेंशन नहीं आई, क्यों नहीं आई, बैंक अकाउंट डिटेल सही नहीं थी, सो बट उनके जो ग्रीवेंसेस हैं ये एड्रेस ही नहीं हुए, दे हैव रिमेन अनरिजॉल्व्ड. तो ऐसे केसेस को हम यहाँ पर जल्दी से जल्दी क्लोज करेंगे सो दैट द बेनिफिशियरीज को उनके बेनिफिट्स मिल सकें. Apart from that, this is going to bring together stakeholders such as ministries, departments, banks for the on the spot resolution. तो यहाँ पर on the spot resolution मिलता है उनकी इन ग्रीवेंसेस का. नाउ अगर हम बात करते हैं ऑल इंडिया पेंशन अदालत की, तो इसको सितंबर 2017 के अंदर यहाँ इनिशिएट किया गया था और अभी तक ऐसे 11 पेंशन अदालत हो चुकी हैं. दिस इज द 12th वन विच इज टेकिंग प्लेस दिस ईयर, एंड टिल नाउ 18,005 केसेस हैव बीन रिजॉल्व्ड under this all India pension adalat, right? So I hope guys that all of these details are clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next news article, that is from the sports, and you can see here that Indian ODI captain Rohit Sharma has become the second highest six hitter in the one day international cricket history. So recently he attained this achievement in the one day international match against England. You all know that abhi recently ODI series between India and England was taking place. So during that series only, Rohit Sharma has achieved this record, right? So basically earlier he was equaling the record of Chris Gayle with the 331 sixes, but then he created and surpassed the Chris Gayle record, and he became the second highest six hitter in the one day international cricket history with the 332 sixes. So number is not that important, but the name is important. And you should also remember that on the top, what is the name of the person who is on the top of this record? That is Shahid Afridi of Pakistan with 351 sixes. Now you can see the top 5 most sixes in the men's ODIs. You can see Mahendra Singh Dhoni is also there on the 5th position, right? Now let's move on to the next news article, where Pankaj Advani has won the 36th national title, right? So guys, he has won the 36th overall national title at Indian Snooker Championship as he defeated Brijesh Damani in the finals of this particular title. Please remember the name Pankaj Advani. Moving to the next part, so that is on the Kirian Jacket, who has won the Chennai Open 2025. So Chennai Open 2025 was recently held, and here you can see that Kirian Jacket has won this particular championship. He is from France. He defeated the person from Sweden, that is Elias Ymer. In the men's doubles winners, you can see Shintaro and Kaito were the winners. They are both from the Japan, right? So from here, just remember the winners of the men's doubles, and from the men's singles, remember both. That is the winner as well as the runner-up. Okay? So this is also done. Moving to the next news article, that is on the Para Archery Asia Cup. So 2025 Para Archery Asia Cup has been held in Thailand, and you can see here that India has secured the top position in terms of the medal holders in this particular event. तो इंडिया ने डोमिनेट किया इस इवेंट को, एज इंडिया वन द 6 गोल्ड मेडल्स, एंड टोटल इंडिया फिनिश्ड on the top with the 12 medals, right? You can see some of the gold medal winners from our country. That is Sarita, who has won the gold medal in women's compound open event, and Shyam Sundar Swami has won the gold medal in men's compound open event, right? So these were the latest events which took place, and India has finished on the top in this particular event. Next part is exercise Winged Raider. So Indian Army and Air Force have basically conducted this joint airborne operation training exercise, that is exercise Winged Raider. And basically with the help of this exercise they want to enhance airborne operational readiness, कि हमारी जो दोनों forces हैं उनकी airborne readiness कितनी है, अगर कभी ऐसी कोई situation आती है where they are basically required to operate together, so whether they will be able to do that or not. So that's why this kind of exercise has taken place, ठीक है? And during that exercise the historic moment also came when the chiefs of both these particular defense forces, they fly the LCA, that is the light combat aircraft Tejas aircraft together, ठीक है? So both of them were on the common and they were flying together, right? So you can see here the name of Army Chief General, that is Upendra Dwivedi ji, and Air Force Chief Air Chief Marshal AP Singh. So please remember their names, remember the organizations, that is defense forces, which have participated in this particular exercise, that is exercise Winged Raider. Moving to the next news article, that is on the World Radio Day. This is from the important days. Whenever we cover important days, we need to remember what is the date on which we are celebrating this day and what is the theme of this day. So यहाँ पर it is celebrated every year on 13th of February, highlighting and celebrating the role that radio plays in disseminating the different information into our society. Now the theme of this particular day is radio climate change. So radio climate change is the theme of the World Radio Day, which we celebrate on 13th of February. Now the next day is National Women's Day, that we again celebrate every year on 13th of February to mark the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu ji. So guys, basically on this date we celebrate the things, the works of Sarojini Naidu ji that she has done in her entire lifetime, right? So it is dedicated to Sarojini Naidu, who is also known as the Nightingale of India, and she was born on February 13, 1879. She played a crucial role in the Indian nationalist women movement and was the first person, she was the first woman to become the president of Indian National Congress. So ये काफी important है, ये कुछ points जो आपके लिए present किए गए हैं यहाँ पर. Make sure that you are remembering them, right? I hope that this is clear to all of you guys. So that is all. Now let's move on to the next news article, that is Lee Bolojan takes over as the Romania's interim president. We all know that recently the working president, the person who was earlier serving as the president, he has submitted his resignation, and that's why Lee Bolojan has taken over as the interim president of Romania recently. आपको मुझे बताना है what is the capital and currency of Romania in the comment section of this session, right? So guys, that's all from the today's session, and now it's a time for us to solve the MCQs. It is very important for us always to make sure that we are solving the MCQs, because just covering these news articles is not at all sufficient from the exam point of view. We have to make sure we are solving the MCQs as well to understand and analyze whether we are able to retain all the important information or not. And here is the very first question for all of you. That is, Indian skipper Dash has become the second most prolific six-hitter in the history of ODI cricket. And you can see the right answer is option C, that is Rohit Sharma. Moving to the next question, that is India's first indigenous automated biomedical waste. So what is the name of this particular treatment plant and where it has been installed? It has been installed in AIIMS, New Delhi, and the name is Shrajanam. That is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Next question is on the special nationwide campaign which was launched to promote registrations on the National Fishers digital platform. You have to identify the statements which are correct with respect to this particular campaign. So you have to go through these statements, identify the right answer, identify the correct set of statements. First statement, campaign को organize किसने किया? Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying along with the states and UT Fisheries departments, NFDB board. Absolutely right. Initiative aims to expedite registration process. तो registration process और approval rates को enhance करने के लिए इसको launch किया गया था. ये भी correct है. Third statement is it is only open to fish farmers and fishers. So guys, we have already covered. It is also applicable for vendors, processors, right? So that's why the statement is incorrect. Right answer will be option A, that is 1 and 2 only. If you are someone who is not able to answer these questions, I am having another question for all of you. Here you have to tell me the name of the company which has announced to invest a certain amount in the India, right? and basically there will be a semiconductor unit which will be created nearby Bengaluru as a part of this particular announcement. The name of the company is Lam Research, and the amount which has been announced is 10,000 crore rupees, and that's why option C is the right answer. Now guys, it's a time for the homework question that all of you are required to answer the question in the comment section. If you want to take the help of this session, तो आप इस स्लाइड पर पॉज करके सेशन को दोबारा से देखना, ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई द राइट आंसर एंड डू लेट मी नो द राइट आंसर in the comment section of this particular session. So here is the question which is on the first ever regional dialogue on global coalition for social justice, and you have to identify the correct statements here. Please tell me the right answer in the comment section. And now when we talk about the homework question of the previous session, the question was on the disaster risk and resilience assessment framework, and the right answer to this question was option D, that is only statement 2 was the one which was incorrect here. That's why option D was the right answer. And here you can see the star performers. If you also want to be the star performer of our today's session, please make sure you are giving me the right answer to the homework question in the comment section. You can see the star performers are Vishwajit, Arnav, Sachi, Mitra, Happy, Amit. Then we have Garima, Janak, Ashish, Suraj, Tanu, Steady. Then Aronil, Gururaj, Renuka, Jesse, Anup, and so many people are there. I'm really glad to see that all of them, their preparations are in the right direction and they are really doing well, guys. If you also want your name to be presented here as a star performer in the next session, please make sure that you are giving me the right answers in the comment section of this particular session at the end of the session, right? And if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. Apart from that, अगर आप इस सेशन को रिवाइज करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि काफी जरूरी है रिवाइज करना, तो उसके लिए क्या करना होगा, या तो सेशन को दोबारा देखिए या फिर इस सेशन को पीडीएफ के थ्रू रिवाइज कीजिए. पीडीएफ आपको कहां मिलेगा? टेलीग्राम चैनल पे. द लिंक टू विच इज गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द सेशन. तो सेशन के डिस्क्रिप्शन में द लिंक इज गिवन. ट्राई टू डाउनलोड द पीडीएफ फ्रॉम देयर. ओके, नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दिस वाज ऑल फ्रॉम द टुडेज सेशन. आई होप कि आज का सेशन आप सभी के लिए काफी फ्रूटफुल एंड यूजफुल था. अगर आपके मन में कोई भी क्वेरीज हैं, प्लीज फील फ्री टू आस्क योर क्वेरीज इन द कमेंट सेक्शन ऑफ दिस सेशन. आई विल बी आंसरिंग योर क्वेरीज देयर. नाउ आई विल बी मीटिंग यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. टिल देन, स्टे हैप्पी, स्टे हेल्दी. विश यू ऑल हैप्पी लर्निंग.